What is up, guys? So today I have here the iPhone 17 Pro. Today I'm going to be doing an unboxing and giving my first impressions of this phone. So let's get started. Okay, now it has been around 5 hours since I last filmed, and let me tell you, this phone is really nice. Now, I will say something about it kind of seems lacking, just because, there's no crazy new features, or, like we had last year with the Apple Intelligence with the iPhone 16 series. Now, I'm obviously not saying that this is a bad phone. It just something about it is kind of underwhelming, and let me explain. So first off, this phone is so nice. The screen is really great. We have a 3000 nits display, which is crazy bright. I haven't quite tested it in, direct sunlight too much, but that will be a massive upgrade from what we had on the iPhone 16 Pro. And then for the back, we have aluminum with ceramic shield, which is supposed to be super strong, which we'll see how that goes since, this is a downgrade from the titanium that we had on the 16 Pros. I really didn't think I was going to like this unibody finish with that, camera plateau? Is that what they're calling it?
The full width camera plateau.
And then the glass area. I really didn't think I was going to be a huge fan of it, but having it in person, it actually looks really great. And something about having the body being one continuous piece just makes the phone feel super comfortable. You can definitely feel that it is a bit thicker, but I think because we do have that continuous piece of metal, it doesn't make it feel chunky, but it makes it feel just really solid. Also, another thing that I noticed is that the buttons are way clickier with the aluminum frame. Let's compare that to the iPhone 16 Pro. Now, as for the things that I've definitely noticed, that is the battery life. This phone so far has actually gotten really good battery life. So it's currently sitting at 90%, and I unplugged it probably about a little over an hour ago now. And I was on a Snapchat call with my sister for about half an hour, and it's only 90%, and of course it's still setting everything up. So far the battery life has been really good. I will obviously, make an updated review later down the road, just to show you guys, the battery life after I've been using it for a while, and just more of like a long-term review on that aspect. But so far, the battery life has been really great and actually pretty surprising. Now, as for the actual cameras, I will be doing a camera test tomorrow and posting it maybe Sunday, but they are okay. I kind of feel like Apple just kind of went over this phone and added stuff to make it a good experience, but without changing anything, basically just making it a smooth, overall good phone. And I think that's definitely noticeable when it comes to cameras. Because as you can see, obviously there isn't going to be much of a difference between the cameras here, but when we go to zoom in, we now have a 4x optical zoom camera instead of a 5x. So here's what that difference looks like. Now, of course, we do have a 48 megapixel zoom camera. So as you can see, the picture is going to look a little bit better than it does on the 5X. So the one on the left is the iPhone 17 and it is at 4x, and the one on the right is the iPhone 16 at 5x. So that's kind of a look at the optical camera quality. Now again, I'll be going into a deeper comparison between these two phones tomorrow. So if you want to see that video, definitely stay tuned. So yeah, when it comes to the back cameras, we have good upgrades, but nothing crazy. And that zoom camera isn't exactly everything that they kind of hyped it up to be. But where we really do start to see a difference is at the selfie camera. So I'm sure as you know, the selfie camera now has the feature center stage with a new sensor that is 18 megapixels and is a square shaped. So it can now take landscape pictures when your phone is in a portrait orientation, which I think is super cool. So I would say the selfie camera is definitely one of the biggest upgrades to the cameras this year. Now let's also talk about the thermals real quick. So the thermals so far have actually been really great. So when I was setting this phone up, transferring stuff from my old phone to my new one, the phone was at a very comfortable temperature. It wasn't hot and it definitely wasn't overheating, where my iPhone 16 Pro was definitely overheating. And then once the transfer was over, it definitely got cool super fast. And also when the phone did get hot, when I was downloading apps and stuff, I noticed that it was a less intense heat and more, spread out throughout the phone, which is most likely due to the new vapor chamber cooler. So when it comes to the thermals, so far it's been really great. Okay, so these are kind of my first thoughts on the iPhone 17 Pro. This is a really great phone if you have maybe like an iPhone 14. Definitely upgrade to the 17, but if you have anything newer, like a 15 or 16 series, do not upgrade to the iPhone 17 Pro. I personally think the iPhone 17 regular is going to be a better upgrade just for your average person because you're getting some awesome features in a way cheaper package. So yeah, overall, I have really liked my iPhone 17 so far. Of course, it's way too early to tell whether or not I'm actually going to really like this phone. But like I said, I'll keep you guys posted. Definitely stick around to see a more long-term review. And thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video, and I'll see you there. Bye, guys.